Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Tea Time with Distinguished. I'm your host, Distinguished. Now, this is somebody right here to my left, your right, that has seen me grow. I'll be turning 29 in about 2 weeks. This person has literally met me when I was 18 years old. So he's seen the progression of young Distinguished to adult Distinguished. So I'm honored to have this brother sitting beside me and to be interviewed today on Tea Time with Distinguished. He is a mentor. He is a friend. He's a big brother. He's a poet. He's a revolutionary. And some may think that he's a radical, but that's up for discussion, up for debate. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friend, my brother, Jason, a.k.a. J Smooth. What's going on, big bro? How you doing, man?
Thank you for having me on the show.
No doubt, man. You are somebody that I definitely look up to. You are definitely
that.
somebody who watched me grow in terms of poetry and
10 years.
Yeah, it's been a while. You know,
10 years.
It's important. You know, it's important. So we could jump into it. I mean, I know we didn't really have like a script, and normally I have somebody. We got a bio, and then but this is a real difference. So we could literally talk about anything for hours. So I guess we could start here. So how did you jump, and how did you get started into poetry? Because that's kind of how we know each other.
Yeah, so I've been writing poetry like when I was 8 years old. I used to, when I was a child, start writing poems and stuff to keep me busy. And then in high school, I used to write rhymes, and some people in the school were like, "Oh, write me a rhyme." So I would write them a rhyme. And
did you charge them? Or
yeah, I charged them.
Back
See
in
that
the days,
a dollar would take you far. Back in the day, so a dollar for a rhyme or whatever. So I would do that.
Right.
And then in college, when I went to City Tech, that's where I met Earl. So when I met
Shout out to Earl, my guy, Fifth.
Yeah, when I met Earl, he had introduced me to these other dudes, Jay, Valido, and Marv.
Right.
So then we started forming this group called the Outspoken Coalition, OC.
Okay.
So we went to the African Poetry Theater, which was being...
Shout out to African Poetry Theater.
Which was having a open mic event every Fridays.
Nice.
So I think Cell is the guy named who hosted with his wife, Fenice. And we would go there and perform and stuff like that. So each of us individually had our own different writing styles.
Right.
So that brought us even more stronger together.
Okay.
So that's how it was.
So from when you got into the poetry, what exactly was taking place at the time that you did? So like, tell me like what was going on, like what was it like? Because you got some years over me. Even though you're looking good for your age, you definitely got some years over me.
Thank you. Well, what was going on at that time is that I was just going to school and City Tech.
Okay.
But I still also had the writing capability to write. So prior to that, I haven't written a poem since probably five years.
Wow.
So I just wasn't in the mood. Sometimes you gotta be in the mood to write.
Okay.
So then when I met them, they was like such an influence, and I fed off their energy, and everybody brought something to the table. So I started writing, and I would bust out like 6 or 8 poems a day. Wake up early in the morning, 7 o'clock, and then I would start writing.
Wow.
Whatever I dreamed about, I would put that on paper. So that's how everything all came about.
So when you started actually writing poetry, was it an outlet, a way for you to express?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. Growing up in Far Rockaway, Queens. So,
Far Rock. Oh, okay.
So I see.
Well, Far Rock back then.
Yeah, Far Rock.
Things are changing.
Far Rock back then.
Things are changing, right.
So things I went through in my childhood, things I seen, stuff that my peers went through, I would just write about it. And some of my stuff will be about, the environment that we grew up in.
Right. So when you was growing up in Far Rockaway, during the time you was, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of probably more heavy activity in terms of gang activity and in terms of police brutality.
See, my mom and her family, they from Far Rockaway too. They grew up in Redfern Projects.
Okay.
So back in the 60s and 70s, Far Rockaway was totally different. Far Rockaway back then had movie theaters, you had shopping centers in Far Rock. By the time I came around, none of that was there.
Right.
So the movie theater that we had to go to was Green Acres movie theater.
Oh, Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Okay, Sunrise.
Then you
Which is no longer there.
Yeah,
right.
no longer there.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Then you had another movie theater which was small, probably played like 2 or 3 movies on Rockaway Turnpike.
Wow.
So everybody in Far Rock, they really didn't have. There's really nothing there.
Right.
So certain outlets that was there were very negative. So instead of choosing a negative route, I choose a positive route. Like when I grew up in Frogway, I was always playing basketball, going to park, play basketball,
right.
playing video games and stuff like that, and writing.
Okay.
Writing poetry, stories, whatever,
right.
just to keep my mind busy.
Now, something just came to me. I do remember a time you said that you were in Far Rockaway, and you said tragedy had taken place with one of your friends. Can you talk to us about a little bit about that and how that kind of shifted your mentality?
Yeah, R.I.P. to James Gordon. So on October 31st, 1999, he passed away, and how he passed away is that he had got hit by a vehicle in a hit-and-run accident, which is still unsolved to this day.
Wow.
So it happened right across my house.
Wow.
Yeah, right there on 20th Street in Wavecrest at that first Q113 bus stop.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
so when he got hit, it impacted him so much that he flipped. So I heard, because I was there. And the funny thing is, I was invited to go to that same party, but I said, no, I'm not going to go. So
this was after a party?
Yeah, because he wanted to go home. So as he left the party,
wow.
him and my 2 other friends at the time, they was dead. And they just saw him just get hit by the car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I bring that up in a greater sense is because before we started filming, I was talking about legacy. So going into this, when it's time for us to leave, none of us know, what hour the day is going to be. But, a rapper once said, it's not about what you're doing while you're living. It's the legacy that you leave behind.
Facts.
In which you have lived. So with that being said, what's like something that you want people to remember you by? Like, what's the one thing that when it's all said and done, when they mention your name, whether they know you as Jason Williams or Jay Smooth or Kafani, what do you want?
Different aliases.
Right. What do you want them to remember?
Oh, definitely my passion, my heart, definitely.
Okay.
And how I affect people's lives through many different avenues of life, whether it be the health, whether it be the poetry, whether it just be having an ear and listen to your problems or whatever, and they could say, yeah, he's a real down to earth type of guy, so that's what I want to leave behind.
Right.
My influence on people, positive.
Right.
Because it's easy to have a negative influence,
That
everybody's remembered for negativity.
Right.
Only a few people out there is really remembered for doing good.
It's
hard to do good and stay on that.
Yes.
Because everybody out there is doing negative, and negative is cool now.
Right.
Half the things that these people are doing, growing up back in the days, you get clowned for.
True. You're right.
So
true.
Back when I was growing up, doing drugs is a no-no.
Right.
The only thing they was doing was weed, but if you was a crackhead, you get laughed at.
Right.
Now it's cool to be a crackhead.
Until this day, the drug dealer is still glorified. Yeah. That's funny. I have a poem that I got called Legacy, where I say, you want me to do right, but our world ain't right. It's like you're forced to really make a decision every single day. Like, you see all these other people over here doing this one thing, and that one thing is leading them down a path that they may never ever come up from. But at the same time, you don't want to do the same thing they're doing, so you got to figure out what are you gonna do to make sure you're okay, even though it might be tempting, even though that might be the thing to do. So I'm definitely glad you chose poetry as your outlet. But going back more into the legacy, as some of you guys may know, some of you guys may or may not have known him personally, but we definitely lost a rapper to gun violence within our hip hop culture, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle. So going deep into the conversation of legacy, why do you think people were so hit and hurt by what he by who he was and what he did and what he stood for, without even having had known him?
I guess because of his heart.
Okay.
His spirit. You know, I never met Nipsey Hussle,
Right.
first of all, but what others say is that he was a genuine person. Even though he was a celebrity and star, he would still, you know, go to the hood and hop out and show love.
Right.
Most rappers don't do that. They gotta have 20 security guards, and it's like they unapproachable. You know, so he was that type of person that was approachable,
Right.
and he was still humble, wasn't arrogant, and he was just humble. So for something like that to happen, people feel affected by it.
Right.
You know.
Now, I know this literally because of this man right here. So, Dr. Sebi was a very influential person in the medical and health era when he was here. The famous story about how he had people had people go out to where he was at in Honduras and curing them from all of these ailments such as HIV/AIDS and stuff like that. Literally like broke the news back in the 1980s. Shout out to Left Eye, R.P. Left Eye. So with that being said, this is a person that I kind of knew as I was coming up, only because my brother right here would tell me about this person when I was attending August Mountain High School in Queens. So how important is health? How important is the stuff you put in your body, and why is it important that we continue to treat our body like the temple that we need to treat it?
Health is definitely important.
Okay.
You know, it's not only the food
Okay.
that you have to watch, it's also what you listen to and what you watch physically.
Okay.
You know, that plays with the psyche and also plays with
Jewel.
it plays with the spirit too. So
Right.
you know, the food is one thing, because you could eat healthy, but then you still listening to music that
Right.
you know is self-destructive, and then you watching stuff that's self-destructive.
So you're saying not just the food aspect, you're saying like what you're listening to, what you're doing on a day-to-day, possibly who you're talking to.
Exactly. You know.
Okay.
That's why we say we keep that negative energy around us, from us.
Right.
You know, because it's not just the food; it's everything.
Right.
Everything comes full circle, 360.
Right. And I know, and I know that you are a strong person on watching what you eat, because you actually cook your food and you actually don't eat certain stuff.
Yeah. I watch. I try to watch what I eat.
Right. Everything in moderation, as I would say.
Oh yeah, everything in moderation. Yeah. You know, a lot of people, from what I see, they want to dictate. Oh, you shouldn't be eating this. You shouldn't be eating that.
Right.
Stuff like that. Me, I don't do that. I just show by example.
Okay.
So if I post something online,
right,
I say this is what I do.
Right.
You can follow me or you can not follow.
Right.
Me.
This man literally makes ice cream from scratch. I seen it. I seen it in person, and then you see it online. I seen this man bake cookies from scratch, and this man make fish. So he's definitely a living testament of what it is when he's talking about what he's eating. He's literally standing by it in terms of he's just showing you, and he's just proving it. He's not necessarily talking about it. He's just showing you like, hey, you know, I made this today.
Yeah.
You know, it's good. These are the health benefits. X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
I know. Also, going into this, you have a wife. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to your wife, and
Shout out to your wife.
He's one of the few men I know that actually cook for his wife on a daily. So she getting a good life.
Yeah.
She definitely getting a good life. So with that being said, what are some of the types of conversations that you have around health and like, you know, things that, you know, you're listening to?
She was a diabetic.
Oh wow.
You know, so
She was diabetic when you met her.
no, well, we didn't know. So she was having problems. We went to the doctor and they said she's diabetic.
Wow.
So then that's when we started changing our eating habits. You know what I mean?
Oh.
So we cut out sugar, we cut out the starch, we limit certain type of, well, we don't eat red meat anyway.
Okay.
But, you know, we limit certain type of foods and stuff, dairy,
Okay.
and also we started drinking herbal teas and, you know, the sour sop
Right.
the mango leaves and different type of herbal teas,
Right.
the ginger tea
Right.
that will help, you know, stabilize the blood
the
sugar and
immune
lower the
system,
blood
yeah.
sugar. So that's what we was doing. And, you know, she started losing weight. Once the weight dropped, so did the balance of the sugar.
Wow.
So right now she is borderline diabetic instead of being a diabetic.
Wow. Congratulations. Shout out to you, Miss Ravi. I see you.
Yeah.
Wow. Congrats. So,
But you gotta have someone
You gotta have somebody there. True.
Someone that keeps you motivated and stuff like that. Because if I was the type of person to be like, well, that's your problem.
Right.
Fix it. You know what I mean?
That'd be rough.
And some women out there, they do have men that's like that. And if you have a man that's like that, then I mean you shouldn't be with him. Because I can't see someone out there that I care about struggle with his illness and not trying to help him.
True.
You know what I mean? So.
You guys are getting a lot of jewels from our OG, man. He look young, but he's not young. He's not young. He's definitely walked this plenty of times. So been here forever. You are somebody I know that I wouldn't say you are like probably the epitome of what the definition means of long suffering. Like you know what it feels like to be with somebody for a very long time.
Yeah.
Not give up on that person, make sacrifices to show that person that you're not gonna give up on them, even though it may seem hard. Talk to us about the sacrifices and role that you have had to play in your relationship as a man, and what what it means to be in a relationship where you have to continuously every single day make sacrifices to make it work.
Yeah, we've been knowing each other for 10 years.
Wow.
Back in 2009.
Okay, that's as long as he know me. That's great.
Yeah,
right.
2009. So, you know, we take each step as a brand new day.
Okay.
And we don't try to go to sleep angry.
Okay.
So whatever we hash out, She, in the beginning, was the type of person to keep everything inside.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I know you mad. Just tell me why you mad.
right.
You know, because I need to know why you angry. You know, so she would start, you know, keeping everything inside and everything. But now she, I don't like the way you did this, did that. And I'm like, oh, okay. And we just, you know, keep it peaceful. You know what I mean? And one thing we don't do, we don't argue in public. We don't argue over the phone.
Jewel.
You know, because when you argue in public, the whole world is in your business. So, you know, she be mad or I be mad, and then we go home, we talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you never want to go sleep mad and angry, because God forbid you wake up, something happens to either you or then y'all both live in regret. Oh, maybe I should have said I'm sorry, or maybe I should have said I love you more. You don't get that because you went to bed angry.
Right.
You know what I mean? So now that's playing with your emotions and your psyche.
And
so,
what message would you give our viewers in terms of coping mechanisms to strengthen their relationships?
Talk it out. Talk it out.
But when you say talk it out, like, what type of words, what type of inflection is kind of like?
Definitely, you can't, you know, belittle the person.
Okay.
You know, you don't want to belittle your partner.
I'm here for that.
You know, you don't want to. There's ways that you could say that you're wrong without saying, in a negative, malicious way.
Right.
You know
without cursing, without raising your voice, body language,
and
doing all of this.
Yeah. You know, but that all comes from. That just comes from childhood.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my mom, when she get mad at me, she'll talk to me, but she won't talk to me in a manner where it's disrespectful.
Okay.
So as I grow up and I'm upset, I talk to a person like, yo, you know you don't mess it up right, but this is how you.
Right. That's how you go about it, right?
Go about it.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, but I advise anybody, you know, just be respectful of your partner. You know, and get to know your partner, you know, because a lot of times we rush into relationships and then we mad that the relationship don't go well. Well, maybe I should have started out friends. You know what I mean? Maybe you should have took some time to see where her dislikes is and what her likes is. You know, so. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's I think that's some good information, even for me. You know, I'm still a young person growing. So with that being said, is there anything else that you want to leave the people with before we, you know, say our goodbyes? And they definitely got some great jewels in this episode. Definitely got some good jewels.
Yeah, learn how to live life free, love each other, heal each other, you know, and, you know, don't take nothing for granted because nothing's promised. And, you know, just if you're going through something negative, instead of lashing out, learn how to control that anger.
Right.
Because that's what I used to tell you. You gotta learn. There's nothing wrong with being angry. I love it when you're angry, but you gotta learn how to control that anger. That's the problem with young black boys today, because they don't know how to control that anger. When you think quick, you react quick, and therefore you're not thinking about the consequences of your actions. That's why so many of us are locked up or in debt, because we don't know how to control our emotions.
Wow, that's a big jewel. Please let the people know where they can follow you.
Yeah, you can follow me at The Smooth One on IG. That's THA_smooth_10NE.
Okay. All right. Cool. And
Also, you can go and support my friend Kenny. He got his game out.
Yeah. Definitely let us know how we can support that.
You could go to your Google stores and your iPhone stores, iTunes, and look up Cybeat Gaming. That's his company that he got. So it's good. Also, my brother Justin, shout out to you.
Shout out to
He's
Justin.
doing big things with his comic books, and I like to promote people that's doing something more than just rapping and acting
and playing basketball.
Because we're more than just entertainers. You know what I mean?
True.
Your platform is good. You're giving people a voice and a platform.
Appreciate it.
And you're a businessman, so that's why I always support that.
Appreciate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of Tea Time with Distinguished. We appreciate you guys for always tuning in. Make sure you continue to follow us. Everything will be left at the end of this video. Big shout out to A Blast Films. We appreciate you. And remember to always